I'm somebody who, for most of my life, was very troubled, very addicted to many things. I did my first line of cocaine at about 19 years old. From that point forward, I used drugs every single day. I remember taking the first line and just calling the dealer every single day after work. And I remember just thinking it was like an experiment, and I could stop whenever I wanted to. And the more that I did it, the more I got into it, the more hooked I got into it, the more, I went from buying 0.5, then I went a gram, then I'd be buying 8 balls of cocaine, which is like 3.5 grams at a time. It got really, really bad, got really, really dark, really quick. And I found that I could not quit. I couldn't stop. I started doing other drugs. I would drink heavily when I was on these drugs. I would pop MDMA pills, ecstasy. I did speed, did some mushrooms, even got into smoking crystal meth a couple times as well. And the drug addiction just got much, much worse over time. And, at 21, 22, I was debating suicide sitting in my work truck and just hopeless, utterly 100% hopeless. I did not know what to do. And it got me to that place where I was ready to commit suicide. I would look up at the sky and I would just say, if there's a God up there, I said, strike me down, because I'm done. I hate my life and I'm ready to die. I remember saying that all the time. So the drugs just took me to that place, and when I would get sober, I would be miserable, discontented, suicidal. And so I was, looking for the void to be filled with women and sex, and I'd watch pornography every single day too, at times. When I was doing the drugs, if I couldn't find a girl to sleep with, to come over and sleep with me, whether it be through online dating or just through a mutual friend or whatever it may be, I would call up a prostitute. I'm not talking about the dirty prostitutes you see on the streets, but, regardless, I would be paying a woman for sex, right? And that's where this took me. It took me to a very bad place. And my life was ultimately just day in and day out, just searching for pleasure, because I didn't feel anything inside. I felt like I had a black soul. I had just nothing, no hope, no life inside of me. Depressed, miserable, suicidal, hooked on drugs. And eventually, I got to a place where I didn't know what to do or where to turn. And on April 23rd of 2022, I had an encounter where I went to this event and these ladies prayed over me, and I felt Jesus Christ touch me. And it was a love that I'd never felt from anyone before, It went all through the top of my head, all the way to the soles of my feet. And I felt this warm, unconditional, perfect, eternal love. I felt like I was going into heaven. Like I've never had a near-death experience in terms of like my heart stopping or anything, but I felt as if I was going to die and go to heaven and see the light, that's what I would imagine it felt like. And it was like the very most profound experience I've ever had in my entire life. Because on that day, I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And He proceeded to remove everything from my life that was hindering me, all the sexual addictions to porn, and the drugs eventually went after that too. And so the reason I'm making this video is because I know there's people out there that are hurting and they don't know where to turn. And I was somebody who, I didn't believe that religion was real, I would see people having these testimonies of Jesus, right? But the thing is I didn't think he could do it for me. I thought that I was going to be this way for the rest of my life. But, Jesus Christ himself said in the Bible that he came that you would have life and life more abundantly. So if you're struggling, or someone who's struggling, I pray you'd send this video to them, because I'm sitting here, it is July 28th of 2023, and I'm free. And the thing was too, it's not just about being free from the drugs and alcohol, but I have contentment today. I have peace today. I wake up, with peace. Something that I never had before. I can be in my own skin and I can feel okay. And that's really what a relationship with God gives you. So I encourage you, it hasn't been a straight and narrow journey for me. There's been slips and falls along the way. We're not perfect. We sin and we fall short of the glory of God. But accept Jesus Christ into your heart today, if you haven't already. Find a local church that can set you up with deliverance, because I had a lot of demons in me. I didn't even believe in demons until I actually saw demons coming out of people. And then I didn't. And then I saw them coming out of me. And I have freedom today. So, this is Devin the Disciple. Like the video, comment a topic I should cover, and share to people who need some encouragement. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.